All right, now I'm going to show you some Terrazzo samples. So we have a few different examples here that I can show you, all a little bit different. So I mentioned that you can have a different matrix color. So that's kind of your background color. So, you know, this one has a white, this one's more of a tan or a beige, and this one has a red matrix, and this one has a gray. You can typically just select this color based off of like a paint fan deck, or sometimes they'll provide you some solid color options. This option has mostly like quartz and clear chips in it. A few different sizes, so you can see there's some variety in size on that one. This one has the fun blue in it. That is actually a recycled glass mixed with some other stones. Typically the glass tends to be a little bit more expensive than some of the rock chips, but it all depends on how rare or common the chips are. This one also has some glass in it. You can see kind of how transparent the chips are. And then here's one that's just a little bit more neutral, and most of the chips are about the same size, a variety of different stones. And here's just another visual for you. And then this is actually an example of Terrazzo once they've routed out some grooves. So if you have a ramp or other types of surfaces that you need some slip resistance in, they can cut these grooves out and then also place some strips in it to give some more traction on the ramp. Then I have a couple colored chips here. So when you're specifying Terrazzo, typically you would pick a background color. So that can be based off of really a paint color, a Pantone color, whatever you may have to reference. And then you're going to pick from these chips. So you can see here that there's a number of different chip types. And typically when you're actually specifying these, you want to get them wet to see what the color really looks like. So they look a little kind of dusty right now, but when you get them wet, the color does tend to come out a little bit more. So when you're selecting those, that's typically what you'd want to do. And then this is the kit of recycled aggregate. These are where you're going to get more of the fun glass colors. So you can see here we have, you know, different reds, oranges, pretty much every color of the rainbow here. And then there's some fine crystals too. So these can actually give a little sparkle to the Terrazzo. You can kind of see, oh, you can't see that actually. The image here shows how that can give a little bit of sparkle to the finish. And then this one's even like a silver coated. So if you want something really glitzy, that's an option. So like I said in the presentation, Terrazzo really has endless possibilities as to the looks it can offer.